Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Farhan Fadila, and today I would like to present my research proposal entitled Exploring AFL College Students' Perception and Listening Motivation using British Council Daily Conversation Audio as Autonomous Listening Activities at English Department Winnipeg. Let's take a look for the background of the problem. Listening is a fundamental skills in EFL learning, but many students are still focused more on getting the right answer than understanding how listening actually works. And many EFL students face various challenges in listening, such as fast speech, different accent, and limited vocabulary. And then traditional listening methods are often less reflective of real-life language use, while authentic methods are also more natural but can sometimes be challenging for learners. And thus, students' perception and motivation strongly affect how they engage in independent listening. Yet studies on using British Council audio for this purpose are still limited. Okay, so here's the problem identification and limitation. So problem identification, it has four. The first one is listening classes still focus more on answer than on how students understand spoken English. The second one is many listening methods do not reflect real life conversation, limiting students' exposure to natural language. And then students' perception of using British Council daily conversation audio as a learning resources are still unclear, and students' motivation to use British Council audio for independent listening has not been fully explored. And also, it has two-point limitation of the study. The first one is focused on EFL students at English Department Winnipeg who have completed basic listening class, and then focus on perception and listening motivation toward British Council daily conversation audio. So it has two research questions. The first one is what are AFL college students' perception of the use of British Council daily conversation audio as autonomous listening activities at Winnipeg? The second one is what are AFL college students' levels of listening motivation toward the use of British Council daily conversation audio as autonomous listening activities at Winnipeg? For the research objectives, the first one is to describe students' perception of British Council daily conversation audio, and the second one is to determine students' levels of listening motivation, which are intrinsic and extrinsic. Okay, for the significance of the study, for the theoretical significance, the first one is contributes to theories of students' perception and listening motivation in EFL, and it also provides insight into autonomous learning through authentic digital listening materials. Okay, for the practical significance, for students it helps understanding motivation and strategies. For the teachers, it helps in developing effective listening materials, and for the researchers, it serves as a reference for their future studies. Okay, for the literature review, as two. For the brand theory, we can use technology acceptance models done by Davis 1989, which are perceived ease of use and perceived usefulness. And for the self-determination theory, SDT, by Ryan and Messi 2009, intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. For the sporting theory, the first one is perception by Keown 2017, authenticity, Gilmore 2007, learning effectiveness, Richard and Bridges 2001, autonomous listening by 1981, and British Council platform Alianza and Solid 2024. The relevant research, it has, as you can see, it has four. The research, the first one is Rahmawati 2024, found that students have positive perception of British Council platform, indicating that it is considered an effective and engaging medium for learning English. The second one is Homing and Ismahani 2025 reported that the British Council website is useful, efficient, and engaging, helping students improve their language skills through its interactive features. The third one is Gunawan et al. 2023 revealed that digital audio resources such as podcasts support students' listening development and create positive learning experiences both inside and outside the classroom. And Setiawan and Toyimba 2025 showed that digital platforms can support autonomous learning by allowing students to access materials flexibly and manage their own learning process. Okay, so here's the conceptual framework of the study. The research method. Research design, it uses descriptive quantitative research design for the population AFL students of English department at the S1P who have completed basic listening class, and sample students will have practice autonomous listening using British Council, building conversation on the website, and for the instrument Likert scale, questionnaire consisting of 25 items, 4-point scale. So here's the techniques of data collection. So it has four stages. The first stage is preparation, which are permission and validation. So it have to ask for permission and validates and the questionnaire of the lecturers. The second stage is website listening activities. Students engage in listening activities using the Council on the website, and implementation, which are questionnaire distribution, question and distributed via Google Form, and the last data compilation, questionnaire responses collected for analysis. For the techniques of data analysis, the first one is questionnaire responses will be coded and entered into Microsoft Excel. Descriptive statistic will be calculated. The first one is frequency, percentage, mean, and standard deviation. And then mean scores will be categorized using Likert scale interpretation. And mean score category 3.25 until 4.000, some agree, 2.50 until 3.24 agree, 1.75 until 2.49 disagree, 1.00 until 1.70% agree, and the results will be interpreted descriptively to explain students' perception and listening motivation. So that's all from me. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.